China's shoddy construction projects are terrifying, but there is nothing Chinese can do about it, for it's a fact that massive buildings, roads, and bridges are Tofu Dreg projects. This is in Guangdong province. A man found that the pillars of this residential building were cracked and deformed.
大樓呢都出現裂痕，何況一隻人呢係嘛？所以講人一定要開心。
In this regard, some netizens summarized, in China, the property right is 70 years and the mortgage is around 30 years, but the property can only last for 20 years. The Communist Party specializes in building Tofu Dreg condos so that you will always have to struggle to pay off your mortgage. This one summary reveals the reason why Tofu Dreg projects are prevalent in China. This is a thrilling scene of buildings collapsing and walls falling off. Oh my god. Oh, it's building 14th. See, the wall of this building. This picture shows that the outer wall of a residential building in China has fallen off. A netizen questioned, who is to blame, too windy or is it shoddy? In Shanghai, there are still many old houses preserved and their quality is generally good. However, many property companies seem to lack the expertise to carry out inspections, maintenance, and repairs. On February 10, 2025, Miss Chen from Shanghai was sweeping the floor at her home on the 3rd floor when she suddenly stepped through the floor and fell to her neighbor's home on the 2nd floor. Miss Shai, who lives on the 2nd floor, said, "I was sitting here while my husband was cooking. There was a bang behind us. There was a person sitting in our home. I asked my husband, 'Why is there a person?' He said, 'She fell from above.'" A big hole appeared on the kitchen floor of Miss Chen's home. She said with fear, "It might be bitten by white ants. This is big. An adult fell through." It's reported that the building where Miss Chen lives was built in 1929. The property manager of the community responded that the floor of Miss Chen's home was broken, probably because the load-bearing beams were eaten away by white ants. There were 2 layers of composite flooring underneath and cement was laid on the floor. The property is currently being renovated, with the floor being removed and steel structure reinforced. Some netizens said, "This has reached the standard of dangerous buildings, right? Instead of demolishing it, just simply repair the site." Others pointed out, "This building is over 100 years old and is a mixture of brick and wood. If it's the concrete buildings built now, it will become a dangerous building within 30 years. For many Chinese people, buying a condo is a very important event in life. As housing prices continue to rise, many Chinese people have to bear high mortgage loans. But when Tofu Dreg projects become more and more common, many people are really discouraged. Condo selling is everywhere. The streets are full of condos for sale, but you can't find anyone to buy them. The prices of some condos have been reduced again and again, from 276,000 to 110,000, but they still can't be sold. The number of listed condos is increasing, and the prices are getting lower and lower. Next, are you still planning to buy a condo? You can buy a new home of this quality for just a few $100,000. Look, the condo is built by the developer. You are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a new home, but this is a Tofu Dreg construction. Look, you can even hook it down with your hand. Did you hear the sound? As for this condo, shall I report it? What's your suggestion? Should I report it or not? It will be strange if this condo doesn't collapse by building this way. The homeowner was also distressed. He finds that his new home costing more than 300,000 seems made of foams. Oh my god. One netizen commented, "This condo is too scary," while others pointed out, "The outer wall is made of foam insulation and the inside is concrete. The concrete falls off when scratched. It's a Tofu Dreg construction." People who have almost exhausted their savings after buying such shoddy homes have no choice but to speak out. On November 20th, 2024, homeowners in Chongqing went to the developer's sales office to defend their rights and record a video. They were threatened face to face by the police. "We can deal with you and detain you. I told you clearly. I am legally defending my rights. It's not breaking the law. I am recording it here. I want to defend my rights lawfully. Why are you defending your rights? I am a person with common sense too. Turn off your phone. I'm recording here. I didn't break any law. How come you didn't break the law? Isn't it illegal for you to put the pictures there?" A man from Sanhe City, Hebei Province, went to Beijing to petition because his resettlement condo was a Tofu Dreg project but was intercepted and sent back. The police took him to the police station and questioned why he wanted to petition bypass the local government. Petitioning to a higher level is illegal. You can't bypass levels. Am I skipping the grade now? Don't go, okay? I am going to the Ministry of Public Security now. Is this illegal? Based on the files I currently have, none of the three parties admit that they did it. So I went to the National Bureau of Letters and Calls to ask what is going on. Does this count as skipping the level? You said that I should go to the Sanhe City Letters and Calls Bureau. Since it involved matters related to Hebei Province, they wouldn't take care of this case, nor would the Department of Beijing. It involves three parties, so I have to go to the National Letters and Calls Bureau. The man's resettlement condo was of shoddy construction, including that the stairs were filled with sand. This is the reason why the man was determined to petition. Public places like a hospital cannot escape the fate of being shoddy. On December 5th, 2024, in Chaozhou City, Guangdong Province, a hospital just moved into a new building when the ceiling fell down and hit many people. This is the picture after the ceiling fell to the ground. Some netizens said, "This possibility is just the tip of the iceberg." Schools at the same time have Tofu Dreg projects. At the Qishan campus of Fujian Normal University, students were having class in a classroom when the ceiling suddenly fell off, and some students were injured by blocks of concrete. Tofu Dreg constructions can really cause tragedy any time. This video shows a ridiculous scene with the bathroom shower head. There are comments like, "I thought it was a high-tech automatic shower at first glance, but I was surprised when I saw the back. I just wanted to praise the high-tech, but I didn't expect." Tofu Dregs exist on bridges and roads. A large hole appeared on a bridge somewhere in southern China. The Longting Bridge in Guizhou Province suddenly collapsed. The shocking fact is that there is not a single steel bar inside. Oh my god, that's so horrible, so scary. A new bridge in Hebei Province has just been completed, and then its foundation collapsed. Under pressure from the public, the Jiangling County Water Conservancy and Lake Bureau of this city quickly issued a notice saying, in response to netizens' concerns about the tilt problem of a newly built bridge in Jiangling County after preliminary verification, this bridge is an agricultural bridge under construction with a total investment of $228,000. It was put into trial operation on February 10th. On February 11th, the construction party monitored that the abutments on both sides had a certain amount of sinking, causing the bridge deck to partially tilt. From this notice, we can tell that the bridge cost $228,000 to build, but it started to tilt after 1 day of trial use. It's truly a Tofu Dreg project, and there should be a lot of corruption hidden in it. In China, the heavy piers that support bridges are actually tainted by such a dark secret. When the construction team was dismantling an abandoned bridge, they discovered that the piers supporting the bridge were not filled with concrete but yellow sand. Perhaps it's more and more common to see Chinese bridges collapse and break, but this suspension bridge might be beyond your imagination. When there was water under the bridge before, I was particularly curious about how the piers stood firm. It turns out that they didn't need to stand, they were just suspended in the air. Who came up with this idea? What is the principle behind it? A bridge in Shandong province suddenly broke and collapsed. There was a car on the bridge at the time, and the car fell down due to the broken bridge deck. Staff from the town government responded to the mainland media Red Star News that the collapse of the local bridge was caused by heavy rain. But netizens were clearly not buying it. Is it raining too hard again? The rain is really taking the blame for too many projects. People generally believe that bridge collapse is directly related to construction quality, saying, "Bridge collapses every other day," or "it has happened several times. There are so many Tofu Dreg bridges." Some people sarcastically say, "There are so many buildings and bridges built in ancient times and are thousands of years old. None of them collapsed, only were demolished. Modern buildings are glued by paper." What to do if there is a Tofu Dreg road? The officials have a solution. After the road surface in Hailan City, Heilongjiang province cracked, the local government's solution was to patch the road. The people of Hailan are so wise, they fixed the cracks by putting the surface patch on the road. One netizen revealed the truth. After multiple kickbacks and subcontracting, the remaining money is only enough to do this little work. In a village in Henan province, there are 10 sewer manhole covers on a section of the road. 9.5 of them are broken. Look at the village in Weishui. The road in this village was built after the flood and is quite flat, but when the new road was done, the manhole covers were basically destroyed. Why? People don't appreciate you when you spend the money in this way. The manhole covers here are broken. Someone got some pieces of iron sheets or iron plates and covered them up. Most of the manhole covers have holes. I wonder if the road has been inspected and if there is any warranty. If the warranty term has not expired, ask the construction group to replace them with new ones immediately. In my memory, these manhole covers should be made of iron. However, I am observing the current one. It seems that it is not made of cement, not made of stone either. I don't know what material it's made of. If it cannot be repaired, get some more steel plates to cover the exposed hole. Tofu Dreg projects can be seen in many places in China, even in Beijing, the political center of the Communist Party. In November 2021, the road surface of a commercial street in Chaoyang District, Beijing suddenly collapsed, causing an 83-year-old grandmother to fall into a deep pit. There were no obvious roadblocks around the big pothole on the road, just a few stools. One netizen pointed out, there are so many similar incidents. In fact, nobody is taking care of the issue of the entire underground movement in Beijing. The surface of the city is beautiful, but the bottom is hollow. I believe that there is no regular measurement of civil engineering, and the scientific standards that a city should have are not well established. In China, more and more Tofu Dreg projects are being exposed by the public online. It's hard to imagine how Chinese people survive in such an environment. One X-platform netizen posted, "The CCP has released a surveillance video of the Wenchuan earthquake for the first time. A large number of deaths were students in schools, and there were almost no casualties in government agencies. It was clearly a man-made disaster, the result of Tofu Dreg projects. The CCP has been busy covering up the truth in the past decades." Tofu Dreg projects seriously endanger human life and safety, but neither the government nor ordinary people are in a position to solve this problem. It's the other side of China's rapid economic development over the past 30 years, which is filled with an extreme desire for money and an extreme disregard for life. This prosperity has an expiration date. When the projects reveal their true colors, the Tofu Dregs, this economic growth reached its turning point. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.